40 mind-blowing facts about your zodiac sign. First, in a breakdown of all the US presidents in history, Scorpio and Aquarius birthdays pop up more often than any other sign. 5 presidents, including Joe Biden, are Scorpios. Second, if someone told you that the FBI deemed your sign dangerous, don't believe them. In 2018, USA Today debunked a report that was making the rounds on the internet. This ranking of the most dangerous signs is purported to be sourced. Third, the oldest horoscope we know of is from 410 BC. Humans have been trying to get insight into their lives based on the stars for thousands of years. According to an article on Babylonian horoscopes published in the Journal of Cuneiform Studies. Fourth, Leos are the most likely to hit the gym. At least among women, that is. A 2013 survey of 10,000 UK women reported by Hello found that Leos were twice as likely to go to the gym compared to any other sign. Fifth, in Japan, you may be asked for your blood type instead of your sign. Blood type personality, or Ketsueki Gata, is a Japanese belief that it's one's blood type that may determine aspects of their personality. Sixth, an employer came under fire for refusing to hire certain signs. In 2011, a hiring manager for a Chinese language training company included in a job listing that candidates who were Virgos or Scorpios need not apply. 7. Sagittarians are more likely to become child stars. In research conducted by Cartoon Network and reported by Daily Mail in 2009, the star signs of 100 celebrities who became famous when they were children were reviewed. 8. Leos are the worst drivers. Australian car share service GoGet parsed through information on 100,000 of its users in 2017 to determine that Leos are the most likely. 9. Capricorns may be prone to cheating. Of all the astrological signs, Capricorns have the most accounts on the made-for-adultery dating website Ashley Madison, as reported by Bustle. Aquarians come in second. 10. Libras make up the bulk of billionaires. Libra claimed the most, an impressive 27 billionaires. And considering how Libras tend to be organized perfectionists obsessed with balance. 11. World leaders are often Scorpios. World leaders are Scorpios than any other sign, with 22 powerful representatives. Scorpios are known for their independence and ambition. 12. Your real zodiac sign may be different. The Earth wobbles on its axis in a phenomenon called precession, which means that the Sun is in the constellations of the zodiac. 13. The Catholic Church excommunicated an astrologer. Ophiuchus was excommunicated from the church in 120 AD for practicing astrology. Some officially denounced astrology. 14. The origins of astrology go way back in history. Animals and things can be imbued with some kind of spirit form that then has an influence on you, and if you appease that spirit form, then you will have a successful hunt. 15. An astrologer seemingly predicted an attempt on Hitler's life. Using the stars, he predicted that at some point over 3 days in November 1939, the Nazi leader's life would be in danger. On the second day, a bomb meant for Hitler exploded. 16. Your favorite athlete is probably an Aquarian. South Florida astrologer found that a whopping 21% of the people on the list had Aquarius as either their sun or moon sign. The next most frequently appearing sign was Cancer, at 12%. 17. 2 signs produce more than their fair share of serial killers. Pisces and Gemini. Pisces are known for being loners, and Geminis are known for their charm, 2 characteristics commonly found in serial murderers. 18. A British royal is responsible for modern newspaper columns. The job ended up in the hands of R.H. Naylor, assistant to in-demand astrologer Sharrow. His piece was so popular that the newspaper commissioned a regular astrology column. 19. Democrats put more stock in astrology. Democrats are about twice as likely to believe in astrology as Republicans. Democrats were also noted to believe in the paranormal more in general. 20. Benjamin Franklin predicted his rival's death. Franklin kept the prank going, claiming that he actually had passed on and that an imposter was publishing his almanac. 21. We almost had the 13th sign. If the Babylonians hadn't thought 12 was a neater number than 13, you could have been born under the sign Ophiuchus. The 13th constellation was dropped from the zodiac calendar 3,000 years ago. 22. There may be some scientific truth to zodiac personality traits. Scientists have studied the way that the amount of vitamin D via sunlight a person gets when they're pregnant ends up manifesting in their child's personality and mental health. 23. Your horoscope may be slightly different in Hindu astrology. Hindu astrology, also known as Vedic astrology, hails from India, and also consists of 12 signs. However, the dates break up differently than they do in Western astrology. 24. Nancy Reagan scheduled official events based on the zodiac calendar. President Ronald Reagan was also invested in astrology, to the point where the White House had to officially deny that it had influenced policy. 25. Your sign may influence your salary. A 2008 survey from Career Builder, as reported by CNN, found that people born under Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, and Taurus signs were the most likely among workers to earn $100,000 or more annually. 26. Other signs are the lowest earners. Unfortunately for them, Aquarians and Capricorns were more likely to make $35,000 a year or less, according to the same survey. 27. Tauruses are more touch-sensitive. Astrologists believe Tauruses are more sensitive to touch, so if you were born between April 20th and May 20th and are exceptionally ticklish, now you know why. 28. Geminis aren't the only indecisive ones. Geminis have a reputation for being slow, or unable, to make a decision. But Libras, Pisces, and Sagittarians are equally frustrating when you're trying to decide on where to eat dinner. 29. The dreaded Mercury retrograde happens 3 or 4 times annually. Mercury is in retrograde, it hasn't actually reversed direction. It leads to misunderstandings, missed appointments, unclear communication, and lots of other interfer. 30. Taurians are the clumsiest. Those born under Taurus were the most frequent culprits. Leos, however, boasted the largest amount of damage claims in dollars. 31. Almost 1/3 of Americans believe in astrology. At least as of a few years ago. In a 2018 Pew Research Center survey, 29% of respondents said that they believe in the power of the zodiac. 32. Capricorn is the least common sign. While births are relatively evenly distributed throughout the year, there is a least common sign, and that's Capricorn. Capricorn season is from December 22nd through January 19th. 33. The most common birth date is in Virgo season. If your birthday is September 9th, you're certainly not alone. The most birthdays take place on that day, which means you're in the company of plenty of other Virgos. 34. Scorpio is the most common sign. Scorpios make up 9.6% of the population, according to AstroCenter. They're known for being enigmatic, loyal, and independent. 35. Some signs are happier in their jobs. A 2008 Career Builder survey showed that people born under Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces had the greatest satisfaction in their present job. Geminis and Cancers reported the lowest levels. 36. Leos tend to have great hair. Leo is the sign of the lion, and just like a lion, Leos like Chris Hemsworth are known for having shiny, healthy manes. 37. Geminis can be fraudsters. His research showed that, when Geminis do get busted for crimes, they're usually non-violent crimes like forgery and fraud. 38. Astrology apps are a multi-million-dollar industry. The top 10 astrology apps saw almost a 65% increase in revenue from 2018 to 2019. Just those 10 most popular apps alone raked in $40 million in 2019. 39. Your moon sign may be more important than your sun. Your moon sign is determined by the location of the moon at your birth. And while your sun sign relates to your personality, your moon sign is all about your deep emotions and subconscious. 40. You can get a degree in astrology. Professional astrological certifications and accreditation would only be recognized by other astrological institutions.